Oh, that was the wrong thing. Hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble. Well, now you know I'm listening to music that you can't hear. Hi. Hi, hello. Cheese to be Ray Ricardo here. Wow. Wow, today we're just gonna be chilling. We're gonna be chilling, but it's gonna be my type of chilling. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll reveal. I'll go to the next screen. But right now, we're just on the chatting screen, right? We're just normal. Hi, hello. Hi, hello. Also, yeah, no, the Sawa-sama podcast thing is Friday. Just so you know, I'll just say that right away. Wait, where the fuck is my thing? There it is. It's Friday, and I kind of cooked on the thumbnail. This is why you should always fucking experiment non-stop. Where is it? There it is. Hold on, I'm pulling up for myself. You think I would have this ready? Think I would? No. I have every other thing ready. Okay. Okay. I said it was gonna be a quick chilling thing, so I'm capping myself at 2 hours, so in 2 hours I'm ending. Okay? Okay, I'm experimenting, I'm fucking it, we ball, and I'm just gonna be like the most like whatever whatever, I don't care, right? I didn't care before, but now I'm like let loose, right? I turn off the inhibit, whatever. Why 2 hours? Why not? Why not? I'm gonna cap myself. I'm gonna try to cap myself and get what I want done in that period, right? Also, it's just literally just a yapping stream with other dumb things. Hello, Cypher. Mouse speedrun. Oh yeah, okay, because of what I have set up, I was able to actually write in the notepad my thoughts before stream, so I actually have, like, things I can refer to without them disappearing in my fucking brain instantly. That's nice. That's real nice. Right? That's real nice. Should I, you know what? Hold on. Here's the other thing. Here we go. Okay. Here we go, chat. This is my type of chilling right here, okay? This is what I look at when I need to, like, relax. This is what I look at. I look at dumb painting video, and then this one guy that used to be a VTuber, but now mostly does these weird cooking, like, videos. This is what I do. This is what I play in the background. And then I have my weird, loud, fast music going. And that also calms and helps me focus. And then we have a nice, simple game to do God knows what in. Hold on, I need to arrange everything. I need a third monitor for this. Oh, thank you, Moist Rat, for the 12 months. This is my type of chilling. You might think this is, like, a lot. And it could be a lot more. I'm, like, limiting myself so I don't explode my computer. I did check my CPU and RAM usage with all this shit I have open, and it's, like, literally fine. It's fine. This isn't autism. This is ADHD maxing. Okay? Okay, so I need that here. Nice. There we go. Let me pull this up. You're just gonna have to scream at me if it glitches out or something. Okay, chat? Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put this here, and then put this here. Hell yeah. I should take a screenshot. This isn't gonna dox me, right? I should take a screenshot to post after the stream to show what true rainy relaxation looks like. Hold on. Hold on. How am I gonna do this? I guess print screen. Or I could just do this. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing personal here. There's nothing personal. Let me just do that. Okay. Let me save that for later. Okay, I'll post that after the stream once we're done in 2 hours, okay? You go insane if you lose internet connection? I have a backup of, like, very old music for me. That came from, like, my laptops. So this is, like, middle school, high school, like, tier music here. And then I have, like, some shows downloaded. And then I have video games, right? But yeah. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Because of those, like, painting fucking videos I have in the corner, which hopefully I don't get in trouble, for that. Because when I showed, like, Guru's song, even with it muted, they came for me. They tried to get me. Okay, give me this. Hold on, sorry. What else do I talk about? I can refer to the list. Okay, I talked about that. Yeah, but because I had all this shit in the corner of my eye, it was easier to type out on my notepad. It is actually a good quiet, like, a couple lines here. Like, nice, you know? Have to debate, do you even say with that stuff fair use? Okay, it's in the corner, and then I have my model. So that's fair use, fuck you. I have it muted, and I'm yapping over top of it. I could add a dumb filter. Boomer paper? No, it's literally a notepad text file. I don't write. Writing actually hurts my hand a lot, because it uses different muscles compared to drawing. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, if I, like, write, it makes my carpal tunnel, like, flare up. But if I draw, it doesn't. Read Subway Surfer? No. That's not part of the relaxation. That's your relaxation. The whole point of this is for me. Not you, it's for me. Yeah. Fuck. Maybe writing down my shit is bad because then it's hard for me to flow naturally. But, yeah. I don't know. I've been whatevering lately. Crack a beer open. I actually don't really drink. I've had, like... I think I've finally gotten past 10 alcoholic drinks in my whole entire life. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I know it's more than, like, 5. But I don't drink. Me no drink. Why would I drink? That's weird. I do have my, stress, gummies, but I haven't taken them. I saved them for important things. Like, I'm gonna need it this weekend because I'm basically, exposure therapy to other people. So I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna fucking need that. Funny weed? No, it's not weed. It's, like... I forget what they have. I got it, I put it as like a birthday gift on my throne, and then someone got it for me, and it's the best birthday gift of my life because it makes me not fucking paranoid. And I like, usually instead of like an 8 or a 9 or like a 7 on the stress like paranoia meter, I become like a nice 4 or 5, and that's manageable. Why is my streamer junkie? It's because of the ADHD, which I've been watching videos about. Like, other people with ADHD, basically, like, trying to say, like, what works for them and, like, all the studies and blah 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 blah. It's not the dumb fucking TikTokers that are like, oh, I'm so ADHD, man, like, I bounced my leg, wow! No, it's, like, actual stuff. I could tell this guy has ADHD by the way he edits. I could just feel it. I could feel the ADHD coming off of him. Working? I need to work out more. I've been noticing I'm getting weaker. I'm losing my buff. I'm losing it. I'm losing it because I'm like working on other shit too much. That I'm neglecting my muscles. But yeah, I don't know. I've been watching those dumb self-help videos even though it's not really self-help. More like remembering how to fucking wrangle this beast. And one way to wrangle the ADHD beast is just, you know, if it takes like 3 videos playing in the corner of your eye, then fucking do it. Who cares? Who fucking cares? If it makes you work better, then why not do it? All this game was you and Broline when you were jumping off that cliff right over there. It was like 4 a.m. Oh yeah, I was real sad, depressed. I was real sad, depressed. $20 dono. I did clean up my basement. That's another topic. I cleaned up my environment. Another thing I'm doing with the ADHD is I have a to-do list, and instead of beating myself up for doing something not on the to-do list, I add it in the bonus section, right? So then I don't get angry at myself of like, oh, I should have been doing this. Why did I do this? If it's good, like cleaning up my environment so I can work better, I'm adding it to the bonus section. Right? It goes in the bonus area. I won't feel bad about doing something good. The stretch goals, lol. Yeah, it's like stretch goals. Stretch goals, man. Which I got the Sawa podcast on, which I'm getting better at, like quicker at editing, even though it did take me a while for this one. It's mostly because I was depressed and other things, and then I also had to wait on Sawa being free to record, and all that type of stuff, right? A lot of delays. But it's there. And I had the homies check, and they said, the audio's okay. Though I know Sawa does get really quiet sometimes. And I have figured out how to split my audio on OBS at least when I record, kind of. So the next time I record with someone, I'll have their audio on a different channel. Then I can just boost them or do what I need. And then I can also cut myself speaking over people with that. That's one thing I get angry at when I edit, is when I accidentally speak over someone. It's important to split that shit? Yeah, listen, I'm learning. I haven't done that shit ever. That's why I'm doing the podcast, so I can learn. So I can do and learn. Yeah. I've been doing my reps on ADHD again. Listening to people I feel like were more reliable when they talk about ADHD because they clearly have it and they know their shit, right? Or at least some of it, right? Is nice. Is nice. Salma quiet. She's so loud. The thing is, if she laughs, it's funny. I was like looking at the audio. You can clearly tell when Salma laughs because it spikes hard, right? It's just so fucking funny. And then like some of the voices she does is like really low, and then she'll laugh. I don't know how many times she called me Baka, but you're not getting spoilers, even though you can get spoilers, kind of, if you look at the timestamps in the description. Which I did do timestamps. I put 5% more effort into it. Which is, goddamn, it's fucking painful to timestamp. He needs to ask you something very important. Okay, go ahead. Interrupt the stream right now, A-Dog. Does Pecora? Yeah, kind of. She kind of laughs like Pecora. And where was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about ADHD and then the podcast. I put it for Friday. I could have done it like today or tomorrow. But I was like, oh, people like usually be chilling on Friday. And it's fucking 3 hours. Which the original like recording is almost 4 hours. So I saved you all 50 like whatever minutes of time cutting dead air and like looking up stuff because someone had to look up some manga, and then because I didn't get it done in time, so some of the manga that she's referencing has been killed off of the manga decks because of the whole DMCA that happened over there. So yeah, because I was gonna like pull up a thing for them on screen in the editing, but they killed it. They fucking killed it. I have Crunchyroll. I don't know. Lolamau. Was it 7K? Last I heard was like 300. They're really 7K? That's like half of all manga. What the fuck? Wait, am I out of bait? No, I'm not. Right? No, I'm good. It's 7K, what the fuck is even left? Bro. I was finally starting to get back into reading fucking manga. I'm cursed. Fuck. Oh well. There'll be another pirate site that's worse and has like AIDS infected in it. But yeah. The podcast will be on Friday. I think the same starting time as today, right? It's 3 hours, so I calculated it, so then you wouldn't be up too long. But I know people that watch me and Sawa are usually like watching around now. Always archives was not a good sign, yeah. Dumb, stupid. Oh yeah, speaking of ADHD, I had to constantly like tard wrangle myself, especially while watching these painting videos. Because I'm like, I want to do that. I just want to smear paint on a canvas. I want to make dumb things, but I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck. It's like I'll dedicate a whole day to that. I can't do that. I have other things. Dog barking. We just watch long videos in increments anyways. Oh, well, I have it as a premiere. So you're gonna be forced to watch with everyone at the current time. Because I thought, you know, you guys are stream watchers, you like your chat. You can pretend like it's alive, like it's real. And also it's just nice to have like live commentary from chat to see what they're thinking. Paint whatever shows up in my head. I can't because that would take too much time and then it's gone. And also that's another thing I have on here. Where did I put it? My fucking thing. Yeah, I want to do random stuff like painting and others all at the same time. But my brain feels dry for like creativity. Like I have the want, right? The craving and the want. But when it's in front of me, I'm like, what do I do? I guess I just have to like fucking splash some like globs on there, right? Just some colors, but it's also good to have a light plan, you know? The apple's spinning, but it's like, what am I doing with this apple? What am I doing with this apple? We'll take pictures with your hipster camera? Oh yeah, I bought that recently. I've been spending money. I need to, like, reserve again. I haven't spent, like, where I'm, like, close to, like, no savings, but I'm like, god damn, I need to go back into reserve. I have been cooking things. Some things are supposed to be cooking for a while, but they're finally all just... It's like a shotgun. I was trying to stagger all this, but how it worked out in the end is it's all shotgun. Right? And that's just how it be. Hold on, I'm rearranging shit so I can see things. Oh, hold on, I got a fish. I need a third monitor, chat. I need a third monitor for the ADHD streaming. There we go. I think you no, not literal cooking. I mean like cooking that creativity content stuff, right? And because I've been streaming like less, I have more time for that, which kind of makes my brain not feel as dry. But for other things it feels dry. Does that make sense? Why not do some live painting on some of your favorite VTubers? That's like... I know people technically don't care, right? But it's weird to be a VTuber yourself and then do a lot of like fan content for other people. Because then it's not like you. But if you want to do it, then just fucking do it, right? And that's kind of why I made the separate art account. Is so if I do any of that, it's like one step away. How's a sleepy drawing coming? It's been like 2 days since I last worked on it. That's another thing for. Fucking, I can only work on like one big thing a day, right? So editing podcasts, that's all I can do that day. Even if I try to split it up, I just can't shift gears, right? The good old ADHD locks me in. If I'm able to get into the flow state, I'm locked in. So that means it's editing day. That means it's drawing day. Kind of feel like that with my own art because I realized I never had an OC. I only did fan art. I used to have OCs. Right? I used to have a lot and then I would experiment and then just like draw random stuff like one-offs. So it's very weird for me. Continuously draw like me, the little rat. Little cheese, yellow, blue cheese rat thing. And my brain's like, I want to draw more. Fuck. But then I also, because I haven't done that in a long ass time, I feel rusty and dry. Whatever works, dude, yeah. That's what I'm trying to relearn, is just kind of like, do what I want, and do what I know works. Right? Did it before, but your raimAI concept is an OC of a sort? Yeah, I morphed it. It was a fan creation. A OC. For Flavr by a fan. And then I took it, and then I molded it into something that feels more me, even though I was pretty okay with the original concept, right? But I added more me to it, which I think if anyone joins Flavr, even if it's a pre-existing design, I think they should do that. Morph that shit into you. Morph that shit. Well, all VTubers aren't it? Yeah, but with like, corpos, you're assigned someone else's OC, right? You have to, your job is to pretend to be that OC. Oh yeah, I don't have any bait. You're a corpo and you get a pre-designed character, you're being paid to pretend to be that person's OC. Changed the OG model a ton, did she? Yeah. I think almost everyone did. Right? Which I think you should do. You can personalize it. The AI starter base is literally just, like, the default template. You know what's funny? Anyone that started off, like, brown in Flavr, they always, like, fucking apply the skin whitening bleach to themselves. Bro, they can't handle being brown. They just can't. They gotta bleach themselves. Senna kinda did. She's like a lighter brown. She's a very light, like, tan. I'm gonna be real with you. Compared to, like, the original, Senna's a light brown. Mixie did the opposite, where she was gonna be the mellow, right, concept, right? There's two of them, and then there's, like, whatever, so then she made her own kind of thing that was more closer to, like, her. So she did the inverse. Yeah, Senna's still on break. I think she's probably just gonna be permanently on, like, break, and only, like, reappear occasionally. I think she touched too much grass and she realized VTubing is kinda not worth it. Not worth the fucking mental drain. Which I don't blame her. God damn. Right? I'm kinda happy I'm streaming a little less, right? Because goddamn. Whenever more brown considered blackface? Well, no, because Mixie's brown in real life. That's not blackface. Need more blackface in VTubing? Ah! The issue is like people are weird about like your avatar's skin color. They're like, does it match your real one? Oh my god, if it doesn't, that's like virtual blackface. Oh, it's like it's a fucking character, man. Technically, this fucking rat has more pigment in her skin than mine. Am I gonna get hashtag canceled? The monkey girl who had braids, yeah. Though to be fair, she was kind of farming it afterwards. She realized, like, gotta like rage bait. Get attention. No, I'm not a rat. I'm technically a mouse. I lied to you guys. You fell for it. You can farm it? Yeah, but then you just get that audience and then you just constantly get aggro. Like, do you really just want to constantly be dealing with people fucking culture warring your ass and you have to deal with them non-fucking stop? I blame MovieBot for the term digital blackface. Misgendering your species? It's okay, I do too. Because rat is more fun to say. And you have like the okay rat, right? I can't roll my R's because I'm not Hispanic. But yeah. A lot. You're not a rat nor a mouse, yeah. I'm my own animal. I'm so special and unique, guys. You can't classify me as a mouse or rat VTuber. Oh my god. That's preview, but you gotta deal with the shitty people that come from you being the base. Yeah. That's why I need to be careful and not be too based. One, because I'm a evil, dirty centrist or whatever. And I won't ever lie to you about that. I'll keep reminding you. So if any tourist comes in and is like, oh, you're so right, blah, 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 or oh, you're so left, you'd be like, actually, you said 500 billion times she's an evil centrist? Okay? My own demon species, what you said before. I don't remember the fuck I say most of the time. I remember what other people say. I don't remember what I say. Oh, that's a big-ass creature. Really had a fence emo. Bro, you need to gatekeep. Oh yeah, I was watching a video about like how there's no soul in like making like art and media anymore. And then like the grifter word. It was a pretty okay like video until like the 40-minute mark when he brought up Gainergate, and then that was like a big fucking road bump. It's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Like, I could feel that he was probably like a lefty, but he was doing a good job at like holding it back, kind of. And he was like joking about things that weren't like, that were like normal jokes that usually would get you murdered in like a hard like, was it bread tubing or something? But then the Gamergate dropped randomly, and I'm like, just like, uh-oh. But he wrapped it up pretty well. It was just a big fucking pothole right there at the fucking latter half. Black to lure you in? I don't know, I should not have trusted him. Never trust a white guy with a mustache on YouTube. Like with a weird mustache. He's probably a bread tuber. Who? I don't remember. I think I linked it earlier in my Flavr Discord. You can look. Except for, yeah, Wendigoon is fine. He's pretty chill. Yeah, the person with the trashy look. He did end it by saying he's like grilled pilled, where he just, you know, kind of wants to be in his own lane. And it kind of ends positively, like, yeah, there's a lot of soulless fucking media right now, because no one, No one big wants to try anything unique, right? They don't want to risk it. They just want mass money. But there's actually a lot of soulful creative artwork out of there. You just really have to like pan for it. And if you ever find any of that type of stuff, you should hold on to it and then share it with your friends. Right? Word of mouth that shit. So it did end kind of nice. There's just like a big road bump in the middle. Yeah. It ended positively. What if they like it the wrong way for the wrong reasons? It's still encouraging and giving support to that artist that otherwise would not have. But I get where you're going with the gatekeeping type of thing. But also, if you're friends with those types of people that suck ass at liking things, then maybe they shouldn't be your friend, you know? Maybe that's on you. So watch when I get unrelated. Okay, listen, he made a... What was it? Hitler ate... Something Adolf Hitler joke? And I was like, hell yeah, man. No, he did. This is always a big tell for me. If someone is on the lower IQ side, if they don't comprehend what being more, like, centrist is. It's like, oh, you just don't want to offend anyone, right? You're just being a people pleaser, blah blah. It's like, no. No, you dumb idiot. Fucking dumb idiot. That's why I say I'm an evil centrist. Because I'm not trying to, like, be like middle ground, I have no opinion, blah 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 type of shit. Yeah, it's called having nuance and then also understanding you don't have to be fully left or fucking right. Team red or blue. Milquetoast radical. So like a milquetoast radical. Or picking a side, just laugh at people. See, yeah, centrists can pick a side technically when it comes to certain things, right? It's just they have a variety, right? They're not just all left or all right. And for me, I have like my views and opinions and like my lived experience. But if someone is chill, I'm willing to hear like their lived experience, right? I probably won't agree or like come to the same like conclusion or like agree with them type of stuff. But I like... Wait, my music stopped. Uh-oh, this is why I'm stumbling. I don't know. Like, I can't live everything in my life as like a single person human. So listening to what other people have experienced and all that type of stuff is usually good. Again, so long as they're chill. Like, if they're like insane and they're just attacking you and accusing you and then trying to just, I don't know, just aggressive, then yeah, I'm not gonna hear them out because they're not gonna fucking let me hear them out. What's the opposite of center? It's like, okay, the center is the center of a circle. What's the edge? The edge. You have the center and then you have the edge. That's the opposite. Yeah, the border, parameter. There's a dismissive person too, you ignorance that they don't know what they're talking about or treat you like you're crazy, yeah. You get those types on both extremes, right? Like the Adams explains everything guy is a good example of that. I don't know. I'm not saying being evil centrist is like the best thing imaginable. Because then that would like go against my mental thing where I'm probably not right on a lot of things, right? That's why I'll hear people out. I'll listen to them. I'll consider what they think what they've been through with what I've been through and what I think. And that's how you have like a nice healthy worldview. Anti-centrist for the abortion because it's killing babies because it gives a woman choice. Yeah, see, you get like stuff like that. Where it's like, I completely get why people are against abortion. Like, completely 100%. But then I also understand there's like cases where you kind of need it. And it should be offered. And then I also know a lot of people are too dumb to be parents, and that child would suffer greatly. But it's also fucked up, right? Because that's a baby. That's a fetus. That's a yeetus. Right? And it's like, I don't know. Complex. The brain rot in the bottom left, Lamau. That's not brain rot, that makes me focus. Case of a guy thinking he's way smarter than he actually is, yeah. That's when you get full of yourself. You gotta, like, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I am not the smartest, best person alive, right? I might occasionally accidentally get big ego, but then I'm like, you know, you gotta remind yourself. You gotta ground yourself. The locking corner. I thought about adding more, but I didn't want to, like, overload my computer. So it's only using, like, 1/3 of, like, CPU and RAM, but I don't want to, like... OBS is a fickle creature. Sometimes it spits at you. Also, because I have to have, like, OBS up, I have to, like, be able to see it just in case, right? So that's also covering up a bit. And then I have my fucking tech stock, which I've been ignoring for the last second. But yeah, I watched that art video, and I was like, damn, he's so right. I feel like a lot of, like, every medium has been just too worried about what the mass consumer wants for biggest number, like, biggest profit, right? Even independent stuff. Right? And it made me, like, think about my stuff and how I really just want to make what I want to make. And I just need to remind myself that and, like, chillax. And just be okay with making, you know, scuff fun stuff. Like, it's good to challenge yourself to get better. Right? But also, I can go at my own pace, man. I don't know. Cash it out, get $1 grillion? What? Oh god. Maybe tech stock? The fuck does that even mean? And a video of a guy fishing? I'm fishing. I don't need to add a video. Oh yeah, I've been watching that too. I watch like food video, paint video, and fishing video. That's that's what I do to chill max. Those are my three. That's my Triforce. I don't know where I'm gonna put, like, on my computer, another fucking small browser. Everyone makes stuff for the market. It all looks the same, not much period. Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening just with everything. Like movies, hell, just even like streaming video content, VTubers, right? And the entire stream as a small corner video. But that gives me risk of seeing number. You're just trying to tell me I have who number, and you're trying to be like, look, wow, you're so cool. Stagnating hard, they're falling more and more into AI, yeah. So they just want quick, easy slop to feed to the masses. Right? And like in that one video I was talking about, he said it's now like... I forget exactly the wording, but it's like... art is now ran by the consumer. Not He actually talked about gatekeeping, which gave me like a good positive view on the video until the Gamergate thing. But he was talking about how you have like the artists, the creatives types, and then you have like the critiques, and then you have like the well-trusted gatekeepers that were usually reliable to not it's not the critics or whatever, it was like some other thing. I'm poorly retelling this video to you. But it used to be like that driven, right? Other creatives and then like very much creative like enjoyers and critiquers and stuff like that. But now it's ran by the consumer. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to mute. Right? The most like a sucker's born every minute. And that's who's like determining what is good, valued art. Is the consumer that likes the Funko Pops. Which kind of sounds, you know, full of yourself. Or like, oh, how dare you comment, man? You don't get it. You don't get it. But it's also like, I don't know. Like, it's too much market focus, too much money focus. Which I get, people need to make money, eat, live. But people only care about number go up now. Not everything else involved in the creative process. What they need, not what they want. Fish. Uh-oh. Are you going to play whatever, Raimi? Maybe, but it's also another 500-hour RPG! I love RPGs, but fuck. Right? Because it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to stream it. And then my ADHD ass can never be consistent with streaming. That's like a 5-year stream game. And I'm pretty sure you'd get bored of like the same thing for that long, but then literally that goes against what I've been talking about, where you just need to do what you want to do. But I also like to do random variety. Create good product, gain customer base, cut costs, make crap product. Exactly. That's where we are right now. Because one of the most common critiques is really the VTuber community is not really related to the consumer, but more the mean girl bully people out of the industry. They do that because they're competing against the same small pool of number. So they mean girl backstab bully each other. Because they're competing for the same small pond of fish. Same slot market, yeah, kind of. I don't know. The, like, I mean, it would be great. It would be like a dream to make this like livable, where I could make like 2K a month and be like a normal standard wage amount. But I do not want to have to worry about that, where I have to worry about number, where I have to like whatever, where I have to like push to compete for that small pond of viewership. No, I don't want to make it. But like if right, like the whole reason why I don't want to make it is because of everything you have to do to make it. Everything, bullshit, other things. The people you have to put up with, all the behind the scenes shit. Just the soul sucking everything. Doesn't want to be a part of that endgame. Yeah, I don't want to be part of Marvel Endgame. Come to the conclusion that AAA industry doesn't produce games for me anymore. I'm not a casual deadhead gamer that wants flashy speak and fill a box to push buttons on. Yeah. We should have competition for viewership unless you cater to the same. I'd say it's half and half. Because there's only so many people that want to watch a VTuber, right? Especially if you're more of a standard VTuber. Hell, even a lot of anime, and just weebs really don't like VTubers. It's a very niche thing. I'm sure there are like a lot of like big VTubers, but most of them just stay in that bubble, right? Not many Hololive watchers are gonna venture out into the other corpos or let alone indies. People that don't want to be in the end game alts make alts at MMORPG. I imagine this is the equation. People nuking their accounts and starting over. I did that a lot. I have so many fucking alts on Final Fantasy 14. I guess it's about the journey, right? And not worrying about like end-game mid-max stats and grinding, right? You just enjoy the journey, which I like, right? I'm slowly learning how to make the podcast less and less shit, right? I'm enjoying the journey of audio technical difficulties. Those two of you rebrand? I don't like rebranding. Like, I could literally just stop, like, tomorrow and just make a new account and just say bye, lol, lamau, right? But, like, what's the point? I don't know. I kind of like having progress where you can track it, you can see it, right? You can see all my streams, you can go back and you can go, like, now and you can see the quality difference. I'm okay with showing the ugly side, the, like, shit, scuffed mess side. The other day I looked at my Twitch following and I have zero clue who the person was. It was a rebrand. Oh yeah, I think you posted that in the Discord. Sometimes, okay, I think with that case, sometimes you just get like too big of a schizo. Or like you completely change as a person and maybe you're just not into that like VTubing anymore, right? So sometimes it's better to rebrand. Never use iPhone to stream with. I don't know, if I pay for big fancy rigging, I'm gonna eventually upgrade to an iPhone. I get it, you'll miss my weird off-sync blinks. Happens to me a lot that some VTubers change their persona and I'm like, who is this? But yeah. I think the younger they are, the more likely they're prone to do that. Because they don't know who they are as a person yet. And they're also probably insecure. Also, maybe also trying to, like, hide and run from something they did. Right? Like, if I started over as a new VTuber, then I wouldn't have the dumb, like, history stigma with me being, like, a little shit poster. I could be squeaky clean until someone eventually figures out who I am. Leave me a clue, dog. I'm not actually doing this, okay? I'm just saying. I don't plan to. Just leaving us? God damn it. Every time I bring up this, like, conversation, you assume I'm vague posting about something I'm planning. It's just a thing I see constantly with other people, right? So I think about it. The thing is, you guys are gonna keep joking about that, but then one day I'll be like, you know what? Fine. Fine. If this is what you want, bye. I'll pull the biggest woman moment. Here we go. Good. Always vague posts and gaslight us? Well, it's because I'm trying to discuss about fun, interesting meta topics, okay? And like my feelings and thoughts and opinions. It was a good run. To be honest, 2 years is pretty long for a VTuber. I feel like most VTubers last 2 or 3 years. Though I feel like I haven't done fuck all, but that's because I've been keeping to myself. I don't know. It's just I've grown past my younger artistman era of constantly nuking and starting again. Every time there's a whiff of success. Because I think it's just like the pressure of having to be good to justify the number and to keep people around, right? Because if you become like a 3 or 4 view, then you have to become a 3 or 4 view quality. And it's like, what even is that quality? I don't know. But the brainworms will make up dumb bullshit, and I don't want to think about that. Since to a thing, blah. Wish I lived close to a noodles shop. That video is making me hungry. But you know what's funny? I don't get hungry from these videos. I think I've just grown immune. I have to stream twice a year. Okay, that's if you're the apex predator, Garger, okay? That's different. Honestly, it would be nice to be that fucking big. Like, JonTron, right? He could just take a year break and come back and release a video, and then everyone's there for him again, right? I mean, that's kind of nice. But I bet you also have the pressure of making it worthwhile to wait, because I know that happens to a lot of people that take breaks, right? Like, for instance, Senna. Of course, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure if she does come back, she's probably thinking about, like, how... Like, oh, it's been so long. How, like, it's gotta be worthwhile, right? Pushing on whips your whole account, I feel some of the artists that do that probably is because they want to see how many people really care about. But it probably is, like, my point of view on that. Yeah. I know that's the thing with Prolime, with, like, dead subs and, like, the original first big wave, and then, like, how many people just subscribe and then fuck off, right? And it's like, how many of these people are actually active? I completely get that. That's why I kind of don't care about, like, sub amount or anything like that. Because I know at the end of the day, it's just like an empty number. Just be happy with a high. Yeah. How do I make them feel like the wait was worth it? Yeah. Yeah, like, if someone's, like, not streamed for a long time, in their brain, it feels like they need to come back with something cool or special. Instead of just, like, streaming, that would be, like, very cool and special to someone that was, like, a fan. Because, oh, you're back. I don't know, it's just weird, inflated expectations people put upon themselves. That's why I deflate that shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Fans literally just want you to come back, even if it's an update post or something, or like a video. Like, dad comes back home with milk and cigs after 2 years. He has to bring presents. Yeah, it's just weird. Self-inflicted expectations, even though you know, like, you yourself would not expect much from other people. And you would just be happy with what you get. But you're like, oh god, oh fuck. Yeah, they don't even want the milk, they just want you back. Yeah. I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, how does that start? Where we assume... I guess it's because other people do it, right? They come back and they do a big thing, and people are like, wow, that's so cool, I'm so happy they're back, but wow, that's cool. So then it's an expectation because others do it, right? And then humans like to conform and be like other human. So then it's like a evil cycle. This is why you need to not care. You just need to be yourself, like me streaming. Me, this is how I chill. With you can't hear the music, but there's weird fucked up music. I got my funny my funny ha-has. Yeah. And I got chat and dumb, like, GIFs, animation things. People don't watch people when they are live. A lot of them watch them while they're at work and while watching videos live streams for a day or two. On YouTube it's kind of like that. On Twitch, it's very much if you're not live, you don't exist. That's why I kind of don't like Twitch. Is that just how it works over there? Right? Because there's no videos. They don't fucking keep your VODs. It's very in the moment. Which has its qualities. But I also like long term. Maybe it's because I'm older. I don't got that zoom brain. I say as I have the funny things on the side. The way of sort of saying, sorry I was gone, I hope this makes up for it. Yeah. I don't know, it's just a lot of self-pressure, expectation put on yourself. What have you observed, what others have done, so you assume that's how it is. Good point being, fear of missing out, and the bad point being fear of missing out, yeah. That's why I always laugh when people are like, oh, you need to go to bed, blah blah blah, when I stream for like 12 hours or something. It's like, you could just go. There's no fucking lock on this door, you can leave. Which has no value because it does not deter schizos from archiving the stream to use against you in the future. Advantages? No, I'm not saying like they can't archive like streams, I just mean most people live in the moment on Twitch, right? There are the VODs and people you can save it, right? You can save anything. But the average person is very in the moment. Which ad revenue is dying massively. And it's deserved. Watching people stream for like 2-ish hours. Only on YouTube. I feel like shorter streams are more common on YouTube because you're more focused. And then on Twitch, you're supposed to like stream all day. Because again, if you're not live, you don't exist. So you're like, your community, followers, viewers, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Where am I even going with this? What was the train of thought? I guess just talking about me. Fuck, what was the branching point from this? Fuck, it's not on the piece of paper. It's not on my word file. I was talking about the art and how I don't want to make it because of like the dumb shit. Like always, I always loop on that topic because I feel like people don't get it, but I suck at explaining it. And then you'll never fully get it unless you make content yourself. And then you like realize what you have to do or what's expected and all that type of stuff. That's why I usually joke about trying to get you guys to like stream or do something. So you get it. Got you keep notepad notes? Not really. I have like a couple of random like things. This is the only stream, I think, in the last year where I've been able to write something down in a notepad beforehand. Funny things to say, put them in my notepad. I think that's funny. I'm gonna remember that and then I don't remember it. I don't. I talked about that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just talking about how I'm trying to just not fall to the common pitfalls, brainworms, right? I just do what I want. Right? Just be myself, like literally, just fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm playing web fishing with like max stimulation ADHD so I can relax. Even though this would be very noisy and stressful for the common person. This is me. This is what I like. This is what I do. And I'll keep doing it. What is on your head? That's the ADHD video file. It's the apple. That's how I imagine the apple. Oh, I was fucking around with OBS, so I green screened it. By green screen, I mean white screened it, and then I put a small filter over it to make it more crunchy, because I thought it would be funny. Oh, I hear movement upstairs. They're coming for me, chat. So it's now been 1 hour. We have 1 hour left. Rotate the apple in your head, tatters. Meds. No, I hear my parents upstairs, and I hear the dogs scurry. The dogs are doing a lot of movement commotion. That means someone's gonna open that goddamn basement door. I can rip apples in half while with your palms. Yeah, I don't know. Like you're playing Siege? I mean, that's basically, they're like upstairs and I hear their like movements and their footsteps. And I'm determining how close to the basement door they are. Okay, you're supposed to imagine the apple in third or first person. What do you mean by that? Like you're the apple? Because like if you think of an apple in first or third person, it's gonna be an apple, or do you mean you yourself holding the apple? I don't know. I see the apple. The apple is there. And it's void space. A nice pure normal apple. Okay, I'm getting off topic. We have 1 hour. Okay. Okay, I talked about the ADHD thing, which ties into the art thing, where I'm forgiving myself and just letting me do what I do. Even though I hate how I can only do certain things. I just gotta accept it. I gotta accept it. And then I gotta accept that other people won't accept it, right? That's fine. It's just annoying when they complain at me. The thing is, I don't even care if they like it or not. Or, like, whatever. I just don't like it when they complain at me. That's it. I'm not a people pleaser, like, trying to be a people pleaser. I'm like, don't fucking complain at me. Okay, it'll be done when it's done. Bitch. I just did the apple thing. It's a 1. I can imagine the little flecks of the skin. What does it look like to you? It looks like a regular hyper-realistic apple. The thing is, I can like rotate it and then I can change it into like the Animal Crossing apple or the Crash Bandicoot little apple thing. And then it can like animate, stretch up and down, bounce, you know, like literally on top of my head. Grow limbs. Could dance. They could explode again like the video. Okay, but you're getting me off topic. Oh yeah, streaming less so can do more. Like, fucking edit, draw, get IRL stuff done. IRL stuff's still fucking hard because that's like evil. Oh, I don't have any bait. I don't have the chat on. Like the bank, yeah. I think the PayPal incident fucked me up. But I think that's just how I was raised and like the stressful environment I was raised in. So I assume that I'm gonna get the bank thing like wrong, and then they're gonna spit acid at me, even though that does not make sense and they won't do that. But then I'm also thinking about the PayPal experience where they just took that away from me for no reason. Right? So it's just funny, haha, anxiety, the brainworm about that. You see you write something in the next... No, why do you... Oh, you're trying to, like, copy my handwriting so you could steal money from me, I see. No, you can't have that. You can't have my Dr. Slop writing. It's not, it's more like failing and then being punished severely where I can't recover, right? Because of, like, the PayPal thing. Right? It's like that would have been really nice to have a business PayPal account. So then if I wanted to, I could take, like, art commissions occasionally, and then have you not donate through, your debit MasterCard. And it would have been easier for you, but because they just hated me one day, I gotta deal with it. I wanna see if it's slanted? Why would it be slanted? Are you asking how the hold the pin that measures with the carpal tunnel? Oh. I don't know, just different hand movements. You do a little... I can't do commissions! I can't because I can't accept money easy! And you could be like, oh, I could just donate it through, like, YouTube, but YouTube takes their cut. And then what if you want a refund? You can't get that back. You can't get that fucking back. Uh-oh. See, I was talking about them coming for me and they did. They did. No refunds, but that's shitty. What if I inherit a brainworm and then I can't get your shit done, huh? Uh-oh, you got the virus. I'm paranoid for a reason. Because of my lived experience, I have reasons to be paranoid. They're coming for me. And they did. I don't know. And the thing is, one thing with taking commissions is you have to, like, be good at drawing, like, everything. And you could come to me with an OC with the hair or, like, clothing I, like, hate, and I just can't draw. And I can't draw it until I start drawing it. So, you get fucked. You just get fucked. You're gonna get a low quality product for me asking, like, $100 for. And I don't want to screw you out of your money. Very, I don't know. The reason why I'm, like, conscious about this, because I did commissions as a, like, a teenager on DeviantArt for DA points. And I definitely could not handle doing commissions. So I know. I'd be a little funky. I do get that issue with the laser stuff. People ask if I can make a thing and I have to say I don't fucking know, but I could try. Yeah. Yeah. You're like, I could try. I can't guarantee. What else did they talk about? Oh yeah, well, I'm like, since everything... I tried to stagger, like, the things I'm making, off stream, but it just kind of shotgunned itself. There's like weird dead air now in between them, and then I like feel weird, right? Stagnant. Literally like dead air in a stream. You feel like anxious and like, uh-oh. And that's when the ADHD kicks up where it's like, oh, I should start another 10 projects. It's like, oh god, please. Please. I don't know. I'm just dealing with the quiet moments in life, you know? Me with the minis, yeah. I guess you just fall into the trap of being so used of doing something that when you have like a break from that, you just don't know what to do with yourself. You're like, huh? You know, like how you like finish a book or a game that you dedicated like a week to, and it's like, well, what did I do before that? What do I do with myself? Did someone raid me? Uh-oh. Hi, Salty. Hi. Sorry, it was like the top bar was hidden, so I didn't see it. Thank you for saying something about being raided, or else I would not have seen it at all. Hi, we're ADHD maxing, chillaxing. Rude, sorry, I don't expect much. So, you know. Can you say hi to me? I'll say hi, but I won't say your name. But you'll know I'm talking to you, or maybe I'm not talking to you. What were we talking about? Shit. Oh yeah, the weird... Because everything's like a shotgun at the moment, because it just all overlaps. I now have moments of peace and quiet and dead time, and it's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sure, I could like stream during those times, but then I need an idea for the stream. That's why I made the tweet. Fucking be like, help, I need help. And then, fucking, or I can never say your name right. Oishi said, oh, something chill. Like, farming crafting. I was like, oh, web fishing. And then I had the idea of just having like a billion things on screen for my type of, relaxation. My chillin'. And I put being chilling on the thumbnail. That's what I think of when I think of chillin'. Being chilling. You made a Raimi style chill fish stream, yeah. Yeah, and then I'm limiting myself to 2 hours. Why? Just because I'm trying to be more efficient. More dense. And I'm trying to relearn how to wrangle my ADHD. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of stuff. This is peaceful, this is you can't hear like the crazy music I'm playing to myself. Right? I have that muted so I don't get murdered on YouTube. There's also really fast, crazy EDM going on. And this is what like a nice peaceful afternoon is to me. Is 2 videos going on at once. Some nice like video game, very simple video game, music, nice. Well, I think about stuff. Oh yeah, that's another fun thing about ADHD is you, what is it called? It's called body doubling. Where you just, your brain can go into work mode if someone else is doing something, like, near you. Or like you're seeing someone else do something. So then your monkey brain go, oh, work. It's just easier to do that. That's why I used to like watching a lot of like art streams. Like people drawing. It's because then I can draw too. And it's easier. Because human supposed to work in group. Did you know that, chat? We're supposed to be in a nice little group pod thing. Hunting and gathering. Somebody else while you're working? Yeah. You don't even have to be doing the same thing. Just so long as you're both being, like, working or being productive, then it's good. And I got Blender on my main screen, stream on the second screen, and some videos playing in the background. Hell yeah. That's how you get in the fucking the zone. Yeah, kind of like how people get gem buddies. Yeah. Yeah. That's, again, I used to watch a shit ton of, like, art streamers because of that. My workload, said the edgy man. He probably doesn't have fucking ADHD. Yeah, speaking of working and stuff, I feel like I'm getting faster at editing. I know it took a while. I think I already said this, but I don't think I fully explained it. Even though I switched from Kdenlive to DaVinci because Kdenlive fucked up the audio visualizer thing. So it was like not matching. So it was really hard to edit because I couldn't go off of the waveforms, right? I would have to like listen to it, which takes more time. So I said, fuck it. And I got DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve. And it's like a little weird, but it does have some nice time-saving features. I still don't know like anything about it. I just know how to cut, and that's it. And put like text on screen. The very basic stuff. I toss clips from your Twitch stream on there, yeah. Even with tech issues, it was faster as a process, yeah. I lost 30 minutes out of that like fucking 4 hour. Or like 3 hour, like 50 whatever. And I was upset about that because it's fucking 30 hours, 30 minutes of editing gone. And not just like working for 30 minutes, I mean I got to the 30 mark. Past the 30 mark in the recording. All nice and cut up. But once I figured out the hotkeys, I could just go. I could just go. Maybe I'll learn how to use the other shit. Some good looking meat that's actually covered up, I can't even see it. Has one of his hunting videos played where he actually like gets a fish or a deer or something or a bird and then he just turns it into food? Heard good things about Resolve on the rare times I need to do some basic video editing though. I just use Blender. I hear Blender's okay at video editing. Blender's like, it's literally like a blender, right? It's just like everything. And that's scary. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, but that's okay. Then again, I was only doing simple stuff in like Kdenlive. I wasn't doing complex and bullshit. But I was more familiar with the simple layout. And now I have a complex demon I have to refigure out. Like I was trying to figure out how to render and I realized I had to hit the weird rocket ship at the bottom. And that's how you go to that. And then it was like completely different on how you select your options. So I just did the normal options. May have inflated the file, I don't know. Yeah, the guy, the food video guy I'm playing, he used to be a VTuber. Like a hunting JP VTuber kind of guy. But then he also made these little cooking with his like camping gear videos, and those kind of pop the fuck off. So he's just been doing that for the last couple years. Probably wouldn't want to be doing anything fancy with it, but simple arranging of clips, transitions, adding text and such is really easy if you already use the shortcuts. Yeah. Well, I don't know Blender shortcuts. A few times I use Blender for like VRChat stuff. I'm like, I had to look up a video and then just pray it works. The ice cream, you said it being chilling? I only put it as a ghost in the background on the thumbnail as a funny haha reference. Suck me balls. Wasted time learning now to save time later. Waste time learning now to save time later. I mean, that's what I kind of did with DaVinci. I just had to learn the basics real quick. Again, I'm not doing it like subtitles. Oh my god, imagine if I did like the clip subtitles for the fucking 3-hour long podcast. Oh yeah, you guys were all saying, I remember when I was asking, like, is there a quick way to get rid of dead air? You're like, oh, DaVinci, blah blah blah. And that's a paid thing. You're all bad help because I can't even use that because that's for the paid thing. That's not a feature I have access to. One of these days would be fun. The issue is setting up the VR. And then, like, my computer explodes. And the CPU is holding me back. That's the last bottleneck on this fucking thing. I don't want to pirate it, bro. That's too much work. Sometimes pirating shit is just a headache. Because you have to scour for a clean, non-AIDS infected copy. And then it has to still be, like, up. And then you have to, like, fucking torrent it. And then it takes, like, 10 days. Really need to get an upgrade? One day. Costs money. That's a $2,000 upgrade, man. And also most of the fucking graphics cards suck ass and most of the CPUs suck ass right now. I ran out of bait again. Listen, I'll do your dumb ideas for the next podcast if there is a next one. At least I know about splitting the audio, so it'll be easier for me. That's honestly the biggest thing. That's another thing with content creation, is if you've just never done anything before, you just don't know. Right? I didn't know about how to split shit in OBS. How was I supposed to know that, huh? Sleepy? Maybe. I don't know. Issue is, people busy. Especially her, because she just debuted. I know. Also Offkai, right? Because she's one of the special guests, so I bet she had to do a lot of shit for that. Bro, she's probably gonna be busy for the next, like, 3 or 4 months. So that's, like, later on type of thing, but I'm sure she would be okay with it. Yeah. I remember, like, when you join Corpo, that's like, you instantly have a shit ton more workload, even though she was doing a lot of stuff herself. Probably has people trying to get her attention now more than ever, yeah. And I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden, even though that's what everyone says and then nothing ever happened. But I'll just wait a bit on that. I'll let her, get used to corpo life, right? Get, like, all her debut first couple months obligations out of the way. Let her know in advance and yeah. Yeah. I'll wait till, like, after fucking off, Kai. I'll wait till like after that to poke. Sitting in pretty well. Well, that's the streaming part. There's, like, a lot of stuff you have to do behind the scenes. Like, I think she talked about having to change all her emails and, like, very tedious stuff. Right? There's a lot of, like, busy work behind the scenes you have to do. Special guest pro lime. uh oh no. Listen, let's let this episode air and then I'll think about it. And then, you know. That's another thing. Once I get, like, every time I get the podcast episode out, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to think about doing another one for a little bit. Because I had to do everything. Not babysittery, it's how I being chilling, okay? Yeah, she switched to a new Discord, mostly because she cares about OPSEC and stuff like that, and also, again, like, just like, I bet it's also in contract with like who technically owns like what account, right? And you don't want Fishman to own your old personal account, so you make a new account. And then you can also like nuke that old one, so then they can't get you. Probably a behind the scenes thing, yeah, yeah. Again, there's a lot to like corporal VTubing we'll never really hear about. A lot of, again, you're in a corpo, that's a job. Job, a lot of dumb paperwork, busy work. And of course they probably can't talk about a lot of that stuff because of NDA. Yeah, someone was like half sick while filming that, so I had to edit out her like literally coughing and hacking a lot. I think I left one or two in because it wasn't that bad, and she was kind of saying something when she was coughing. But there was like a good couple I had to edit out. You should apply to who? Malaysian Corpo? No! Why the fuck would I do that? I don't want some fucking Malaysian guy to be like threatened to sue me because I'm not his perfect gacha waifu or something. I don't want that. Oh boy, we got 30 minutes left, or 30 minutes to 2 minutes. Raid Guild Corpo. Okay, the thing is, the biggest reason why I don't apply to corpos is because I do not know how to market myself. I do not know what makes me different compared to every other VTuber. Or why they should hire me. Or like what thing I would give to their company. That is like the big major reason why I have never replied to a corpo ever in my life. Chill rap, but there's like a billion other chill streamers. How am I different? No, that is your job. When you send in a application, you're supposed to be showing that you're different, cream of the crop, and you would fit best for their company. That's a resume. You're literally sending in a resume. There's like a billion, like 70% of VTubers have ADHD. Like almost all VTubers are trying to be quirky, wacky, unusual. How am I different? I don't know how I'm marketable. I just do what I want. And that's probably, I guess you could say that, but they don't want that. They like want you, your talents and stuff, but they want you to do what's best for the company. You're authentic? Purples usually don't want authentic. Right? They want someone that can... Again, get them number, get them money. Right? And because I'm so, like, authentic and stuff like that, I generally discourage too many donos or, like, anything like that. And they wouldn't want that. That's another thing I think about, right? And what's best for business would be serving a practical niche. Definitely highly on corpo and their mentality. It depends highly. Yeah. I don't know. I think I read somewhere where someone's talked about how it's very American when applying to a company to think about what they actually want. So it's like a mind game when applying because that's just how it works with like a regular ass job, right? It's a fucking mind game. Like, what are they looking for? What do they want? What do I have to be? But it's also like, I don't fucking know what I am. I stream. Yeah. Wow, I'm like every other fucking VTuber. Wow. Depends highly on the. Already read that. How can you best tailor yourself to the wants of the client? Yep. And that's like maybe the wrong way about going applying to some like agencies. I don't know. Again, I never done it. I don't know what other people's auditions look like or what they get to like to the second or third interview. Because no one's gonna fucking share that unless like your friend got in and they tell you that. Or you like know like down the chain. And I don't know many VTubers, sorry. Especially fucking VTubers that got in the corpos. But I'd have why I'd be hard worker ethic. I don't know if they would look at my channel and see if I'm a hard worker because they would notice I don't stream like a lot of days a week, right? That's what they look for because they usually want 3 to 4 streams a week. And that's like hard for me. But like hardworking in other areas? Am I? I don't know if I am, to be honest. I kind of don't prep a lot for streams. The only thing I kind of hard work on is the yab yab. Then I also offload the questioning to viewers. And then I very much rush it to organize them at the end. And then it takes me a while to edit. You see your streams and notice you have several 12-hour streams and think, oh damn, she's doing numbers, hire her. There's like 1,000... There's like hundreds of thousands of people on Twitch that stream for that long that get like no number, though. Just because you can go for a long time doesn't mean you're good at it. Because I've seen a lot of people that stream like long hours and they just sit there in silence, right? I guess I could fill most of the air in, usually, but then I run dry pretty quick. I feel like after the 6-hour mark, I start drying out. A lot of editing on those interview videos, yeah, but they're pretty bare bones. They're not like high quality edits. Wonder how you do with a manager that gives you a structure. I don't know. I feel like some structure or knowing what the fuck I'm doing would be nice. Or some guidance. Right? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I just do whatever. That's whatever. You're not streaming for very long. Forest is plenty. Yeah. Some Twitch streamers, they go for a while. It's more, on average on Twitch, higher number for stream length. Which, speaking of, we have 25 minutes left until I pull the plug. Personally, I think you do well in React streams, like when you play off brawling. There's just enough of a chat to keep rolling. I guess another thing is how would I show that in a dumb, like, application video? You know, it's like, oh, in 3 minutes you gotta, like, shill yourself. And it's always, like, the first 3 seconds that matter the most, and it's like, fuck! Fuck! That's too much pressure! I don't know what's engaging. I'm not, like, retention gauge baiting, like, whatever thing, even though I have the funny videos on the side, but that's for me, not for you, chat. I'm just showing you my madness, which I will post the screenshot of what my screen looks like. I'll show you. Tell them you can yap about instant cameras for 2 hours. I feel like that's a lot of looping, though. I feel okay. Maybe I'm holding myself to a too high of a standard, right? Maybe my perspective blah 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 itchin on standards is too high. Too self-critical. But I don't know. I just think of like even no-name corpos and stuff like that, they still get hundreds of applications. And I'm sure like half of it is like meh, like V-tweeters, right? That have like no proof of anything. They're just like doing their shot. But then there's like still, you have to compete with like fucking 50 other people. I just don't like competition. That's scary, okay? I know I'm mid. I ain't gonna win that competition, and I don't know how to be more than mid. Thinking about what the best streamer a company would hire rather than what you could get away with. What could I get away with? I realize I'm like cutting off my thing. Gotta up that comedy game. I'm kinda suck at that. I can't pre-plan bits because I don't know where I'm going with the stream. I know there's no perfects. Another thing is you have to make sure you're not already like another talent. Because I already covered that niche or that like area. Right? You gotta be a little different. You can't just be a Pippa. Right? Can't just be Pippa. Live streams with Ripple have been pretty fun, funny to watch. Would like to see Broline saw others play it. Maybe. It is fun. I will give it to Rippo. It's actually fun. Though I feel like it doesn't have much variety at the moment. Gotta settle into your own weird niche or forever live in the shadows of others. Yeah. But I'm just saying a corpo, right? I've literally heard this firsthand that someone got rejected because they said you're too much like Pippa. I know firsthand. Right? But it's like, am I too much like another talent? Right? Who am I when well, yeah, because the thing is, I'm not like a character or anything, I'm just me. So when I applied to a company, I had to figure out who am I? Who am I? My advice would be just be yourself, don't imitate others. I'm not, but some people like compare, right? Sometimes you just kind of have the same vibe. You're too much like Prolime. I would never have been hired in Flavr because I'm too much like Prolime, but female. Mushrooms won't help me. Shrooms won't help me. Somehow get into a corpo. You have 20 minutes left. Solid Yak game and seems to get along with other streamers. That's a good chunk of the hard part of the way. I will admit I have been purposely nerfing my passive ability to get along with almost anyone and to just like somehow vibe max my way into like weird friend groups. I've been nerfing that as the whole time I've been streaming because I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I'm being harassed. See, look. Look. I just think it's funny to need self before you can apply to corpo very hard mode. Well, it's because you have to fill out the sheet. You gotta fill out the job application. Right? And then you gotta do the video. What the fuck am I gonna do for the video? How am I gonna get them to like me in 3 seconds so they keep watching? You gotta think about that. Look into your soul? Yeah, I need my soul shown in 3 seconds. Think you're overthinking the application? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Maybe I am, but only a little. That's my cope, only a little. No, I'm just stopping at 20 minutes again because I'm trying to get better at condensing. I'm trying to get better at condensing. And also better time management. It's like when you have to verify that you're indeed who you say you are and they want a picture of you holding a valid ID and fingerprint. Isn't Urka? I guess Urka's not necessarily bro. She's like tomboy, but oh no. Also, I think with the oh god, they're getting aggressive up there. Hold on. Geek, I'd say they're different. Okay. That's the big thing. You have to make sure you don't overlap too much. Oh shit, it's the triangle fucking canvas. You getting thirsty for a boyfriend? I think she can't take the lesbian comments anymore. Bro. Yeah, your broski the type that Chuba you play games with? Well, doesn't Sleepy cover that now? She's very bro tomboy, but she's more like... How would you describe that? You're nowhere near Lesmix. You fucker, you literally just posted the dumb I know what you are fucking meme at me. Are lesbian comments mean? I'm sure they get annoying to some people. Where the fuck are we even talking about? Hold on, let me refer to my list. The whole reason we're getting off topic. Okay, I talked about that, I talked about that. Talked about that. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm good. I cleared my checklist. I sloppily cleared my checklist. Broski tag on Twitch, by the way, so yeah, it's her brand. Yeah, but she's like a different type. She very much hides her power level, and she tries to, like, be more, like, nice and polite, right? So she's like the chill, polite broski. And then I'm more like the shoot the shit with you and will, like, say snarky things back. Now we're in overtime? Oh, you mean topics. I was like, no, we still have a couple more minutes. I do hide my power level so I don't get banned. And I don't attract the wrong audience. That's another thing, if you have like a reputation for like a shit audience, then they're not gonna hire you. Because that's the people you attract. Also, she starts playing PvP. Yeah. Yeah, that's why she's like worried about playing, Sleepy's worried about playing like competitive games. She's very worried about how people perceive her. Because she doesn't want to get off on the, like, wrong foot, you know? Oh no, I'm not based. Again, I'm an evil centrist. I'm an evil centrist. I'll keep saying that. Someone's like, oh my god, I thought you were based. It's like, bitch, there's like 500 hours of me saying I'm an evil centrist. You tourist motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't, like, what corpo's, like, what phase, and then, the other company that's mostly just merch. But I don't even know really what they offer. Like, sure, they got, put money into Akai, and I think they have merch, right? But it's like, you need more than that. And do they have a planned strategy to actually get people to talk about you and, like, your group corpo? What a giga-base rat? No, I'm not pretending. I'm literally telling you exactly what I am. So you can never say I was lying to you. don't know. Not many trustworthy corpos. It's literally like phase and then just hoping for the best with like newer startup ones. She's gonna do that. Instead of like damage, it's centrist. Evil centrist. Still going to Offkai, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta get the camera. That'll be shipped to me and then I just need to get filmed, but I can go to like Target to get that. And then I could truly be a hipster! Yay! White woman hipster arc. VeggieTale VHS tape? No. Why am I signing your VeggieTale VHS tape? About how you can game the meta? Well, the thing is, I'm just trying to think what I am, right? And then I'm trying to add context into, like, what other people would put and stuff. It's like, what the fuck am I? Who am I? Who the fuck is Raimi Ricotta? Who the fuck am I? The thing I like about Venture Trade Co. is that we might start seeing VTuber stuff in a physical store. Get out and look at the stuff before spending a bunch of money on merch. The issue with that is people won't know who the fuck that VTuber is. So why would they buy it? Right? I don't want the signature per se, it's just a funny thing to do. I'm not doing anything weird. No, you are. I know you, Tatters. I don't know. Right? And the thing is, like, merch does bring in a lot of money because that's how Bishojo makes the money. But is it high quality merch? And you also need to get your fans to double dip. Because you're probably not getting enough, like, new fans to warrant, like, more sales of, like, something. So you need to, like, pump out good merch that people are willing to double dip on. Right? See, I could put on the business hat and I could be like the party pooper. Again, I quote unquote worked, I didn't get paid. I worked for a startup and I had to be like the reality checker. Never thought of that? It's sourcing repeat buyers, yeah. Give my homies no chance. He's in timeout. He's in timeout. Pooper, that's why they invite you to party pooper? Ugh. The thing is, it's good to, like, dream big and have, like, goals and hopes, but you also need to be like, okay. Like, will this, like, bankrupt us? Is this actually feasible with the team size? Is it doable? Because at the end of the day, it's a business. You need to make money, right? Or else business go bye-bye. You'll be one of the 5 billion corpos that shut down. Just keep making the merch. So, hold on. I don't know about being high quality. They do most of their business in Warhammer and comic books, though. Yeah. I know some people were like, why is a random comic book, like, hobby store making a VTuber company? I remember someone saying that to me, because they were like, what the fuck is this? Another thing is, one complaint I heard from someone else was they don't have a website just dedicated to the VTuber stuff. So it's really confusing and weird. And then you have to just, like, email them instead of, like, a forum. Why is a coffee store a VTuber company at the same time? Because they were a VTuber company first, and then Fishman is living out his actual dream of coffee. But Base Connect has a VTuber site and stuff like that. Is it weird It is weird, but apparently they're on the up and up. It's just odd. But yeah. I just worry about them being able to get eyes on them properly. Because you need to do more than just like buy a sponsor at like off kind of stuff. You need to actively be like doing a little tap dance and be like, hey, look at us, wow, blah 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 blah, right? You can't just be up on stage. Be like, look at me. Look at me. Because there's like another smaller, more recent corpo. It's like Stellar Star, whatever. And I feel like they don't. No one's really talking about them. Right? No one really knows. Then again, I don't know. Because they haven't had like their bust out, like big momentum. They have a section on the site for it, but like my own site, theirs needs work, yeah. Honestly, I would recommend them getting a dedicated site just for the VTuber side. Right? So when you type in Venture Co VTuber, it like comes up. And it's like a dedicated VTuber site that shows the talents, their mission statement, all that good garbage, right? And then like content and like yeah, all that. Yeah, no buzz, no marketing. The thing is, they put money into marketing. There's no buzz. And I'm not like a marketer. I don't know how to fucking market. But they're missing something. Coffee store is retarded. That's just Fishman's hopes and wants, okay? It's mostly because he has a friend that works in the coffee stuff, right? So he can easily get coffee. That's his dream. He should peddle better coffee. For the Venture Co people, hopefully you don't think I'm like dogging on you. It's like it's a worthless dream, it won't come true. I'm just trying to, you know, think about like things to worry about so you don't become another failed closed VTuber corpo. Throwing shit at the wall? Well apparently it's working. Because I think FaZe, they're at least acting like they are in a very comfortable situation or position. Oh shit, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. Oh no. I guess, okay, if I did apply to a corpo, you wouldn't hate me, right? You wouldn't think I'm a dirty, a dirty, like, Flavr race trader, right? Here, let's wrap it up with that topic. Lol. I'd buy the FaZe coffee law at this point. You? That'd be funny. Flavr trader. That's what I worry about, right? One, I can't market myself, and then two, whatever. Also, thank you for the 12 months. Morality design. All's fair in love and getting that bag. Well, I don't want to get the bag if it means, evil. Right, you'll be the only female flavor that's doing big number. Just chill Brolime and mixing you Gucci. That's another thing. If I get into a corpo, I can't do my dumb collabs with Brolime anymore. Right? That'll be like frowned upon. Unless they're super mega chill about that. Like, I think maybe Venture Co would probably be okay with that. But like, I think FaZe probably wouldn't be. I wish I would have gotten into corpos because I think I'd be okay with it. Maybe. You could still start one. You could still struggle, boy. Him does stuff with all the time. I don't know. Just collabing with two non-PC JP girls right now? That's different! That's different. Think of like collabing with a disgusting male constantly, and that's like my main collab partner. And it's like 4 AM on his channel. Male hate, hi. I'm too deep in the game dev hole, bro lime. Okay, we got 3 minutes. Is she collabing? I know some people get schizo every time she collabs with a male. I don't know, people are weird. People are weird. Viewers can't hear him, and it's a schizo scream. Well, that ruins it, because half the fun is the other person. Oh, little bro technically doesn't count as a male. If you know, you know. Little pro technically isn't a male on stream. Don't think people is a GFE? Yeah, there's like insane people. And when you're in a corpo, you have to deal with more insane people. Framing a person that's not there would be Kino. That could be a funny bit. It's just like talk to someone, have them muted. Nah, no way. Nah, I've seen people be weird about Pippa. Okay. Okay, here, let me go to the other screen. Okay, we're like wrapping up here. We're wrapping up! Would take the male VTuber buff intentionally? Oh, that's different JP terms. JP land. Your weirdos about, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I have my weirdos. Cough, cough. Cough, cough. I don't know, maybe I just don't overthink it, and I say fuck it. Maybe year 3 of Raimi is the... Fuck it. Even more fuck it. I like how it's like laggy for some reason. I don't know why. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Maybe I really just say fuck it this year. Less than 1 minute? She's looking at us. Yeah, hi. There's the year Raimi started, blah blah blah. No, I can't say that. I won't do things that will get me banned. That's dumb and retarded. But 100%? I don't think I can do that because I still have to do IRL shit. But yeah, fuck. Okay, I gotta end stream. Maybe year 3, I completely let loose and I just become evil. Maybe I become evil. Let me find a raid target real quick. I'm going over time. It's Sojover. It's Sojover. Oh wow, there's actually people streaming because it's not midnight. Oh my god. Oh, Juwan's streaming. Hell yeah. I'll fucking... he streams randomly. Okay. Okay. Thank you for coming by. To the fucking being chilling where I ADHD max and we just talk about random things, okay? Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you Friday for Sawa podcast interview thing. Bye-bye. Hopefully fucking Juwan isn't ending, because usually when I raid him, he's fucking ending. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.